Hi guys, it's Lachette with Scarlet Moon Creations and I'm back with another video. This one is my March favorites. Every month I like to share with others some of the favorite forms of self-care that I've either found new that month or just were a big influence in my life and keeping up my self-care. So this is for March 2018 and I'm just gonna jump right in. First, I have three lovely, amazing, hardworking, influential women from Instagram. um for whatever reasons, I've been following two out of the three women for over a year now, and the last one for a couple of months. It just coalesced in March that I was just like sucking up every post that they put on Instagram. They are not one person, and they all have different traits. Even though there's one common thread that as to why I follow them and uh, how they've influenced me, but they deserve to be talked about individually, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to start out first with the Hood Witch. The Hood Witch, and this is her Instagram here. She also has the website, The Hood Witch. The Hood Witch is Brie Luna, who works out of Seattle and is Afro-Latina and just awesome. I'm probably gonna say that for all three. They are all awesome. But the Hood Witch account, the Hood Witch brand is, I think I first came across it on Facebook, and I guess I might have been a little bit worried at first because there were things like Thug Witchcraft or the Thug Kitchen Witch or something like that, and you know it's not always run by people who can legitimately claim titles like that. And but the Hood Witch is definitely someone I can get down with. And it's just, modern urban witchcraft by a person of color who's out there, who knows, um, the witchcraft side of things, but also the practical, modern, everyday stuff. Just to give you like a little bit about the account, Bria's been working on this for about a year, and she's been, especially lately, the past like 6 months or so, featured in a lot of mainstream magazines and websites, just talking about being the modern mystic, a modern day witch, connecting with the ancestors and the ancient knowledge, but living in today's world. But also like just the aesthetic draws me in. Like the logo is all neon. It kind of reminds me of, or I should say, this reminds me of the Hood Witch logo, the American Gods intro. The American Gods is a TV show, not the book, but the TV show opening. And it just kind of reminds me of the Hood Witch's logo. But she uses neon. A lot of their pictures, I love the colors, full on. A lot of times neon, a lot of times, jewel tones, very mystical and magical, and it's hard and it's real and it's life. It's like, yeah, these are the crystals that can help you with your magic, but get your shit together too. Like, it's not all about the magic part of things. And I just appreciate that the account so much. Please check out the website as well. Their blog is awesome. They offer, I should actually tell what they offer. They offer like indie decks from people of color and crystals and candles and a couple of other things in their store. And it's just all about sharing and spreading the knowledge to the modern day woman of color witch. And I am so grateful for that. Like I said, Luna, the owner, is Afro-Latina, as am I, and outside of certain, um, outside of the African diasporic traditions, in witchcraft, it's a little bit hard to see someone like me, and I appreciate that. So next is House of Hoodoo, which is another account here on Instagram, and God, Jessica Winston, because there's another Jessica coming out. She's in New Orleans, and she's a Haitian voodoo priestess, and I'm not Haitian. Voodoo is not my thing. Vaudon is not my thing, but I am not only Latin American but also Caribbean American. So there's some overlap, and just in my city, in my town, and growing up, and the friends that I have, a lot of them are Haitian. Um, Many of my friends are of Caribbean descent, if not just Caribbean, period. And this is another woman that I just really appreciate the coming across her, doing her thing, being herself, putting, who she is out there, and doing so well. And I love her account. Again, full of rich colors, no holding back. Like, she's respectful, but also like dropping the knowledge and sharing what you can use and what you can't. House of Hoodoo, her business, she does spiritual consultations and candle working, like the fixed candles. She's a conjurer as well, and it's just, again, service to her community, to the communities that overlap. If we were looking at a Venn diagram, there's various circles, and I'm just like, girl, go do, you're awesome. And she's like very inspiring. So lastly, but definitely not least, this is Bahati Life by another Jessica, and or Jess. And Bahati Life is more, as you can see, it's more on the herbal wort cutting side of things, and the green witch side of things. And what Jess does is she does readings, tarot readings. She has a tarot school if you want to learn, but also like she makes oils and baths and things like that. And our two businesses are more similar than mine and the other women I mentioned, but I love her feed. And Jess is in, I forget where in Pennsylvania, but another city. And so this is another urban witch and of color who is like, this is my business, like this is who I am. And I am dropping knowledge. I love just all the botanicals in her feed. It just makes me feel full looking at that. And I just she does astrology readings as well. She has a YouTube channel, and I just love her account and just the way she presents herself as well. And just these three, what they have in common for me is the fact that one, they're women of color, they're, you know, the African American, Caribbean American, Latino American, and they are witches in some aspects and modern. And that's kind of what I want to go for. I like the fullness of their feeds and their businesses and the knowledge that they share. They're all respectful, like I said, knowledgeable, learned. They're not the typical black girl, I guess, out here. They give me courage to want to really present the life that I see myself having. They inspire me, not only, you know, as a person, but also with their Instagram feeds. Like, I love the richness of the color, the amount of just like natural and magical stuff that they have, and it's just like overflowing. It's bountiful. I don't know how else to say it. It's just, they're awesome. So go follow these three ladies who are amazing. Buy stuff from them because their products are awesome. And let me move on to my next favorites. So I got two books. And one of them is actually an ebook that I only have on my phone, which is recording me right now. But it's called She Means Business. And it is an amazing book. Yeah, so it's full title, She Means Business, Turn Your Ideas into Reality and Become a Wildly Successful Entrepreneur. It's by Carrie Green, who runs the Women's Entrepreneur Network on Facebook. And that's how I found out about the book. I purchased the ebook a while ago, but I just got around to reading it last month. It was part of my Beat the Backlist to be read pile. And it's just really inspiring. I always liked Carrie Green, the quotes she gives, the aura that she has, the energy that she gives out to everybody, and the Women's Entrepreneur Network. And I just, these kind of books where it's like they're talking to you, it's self-help, it's business help and that kind of thing. But like, they share stories of various people, but it's not like they're talking down to you. It's like, look, this is, you know, what I've come across, and I think this is a good idea here. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate, you know, the not being stuffy and like having real world examples for the advice given, and bringing it very down to earth and practical for a small business owner, particularly a woman, because that's her target, and that's who I am, a woman. So that's the She Means Business. Go check it out. And then the second book is, look at this cover, The Good Witch's Guide. And it's The Good Witch's Guide, a modern day Wikipedia of magical ingredients and spells, by Sean Robbins and Charity Bedell. I know Charity Bedell thanks to the Pagan Business Network, and I know how long and hard she worked on this book with Sean Robbins, and the results are pretty amazing. I think they shoved a lot of information in here, and they could have done more, obviously, but they got a lot in here. This is not religious text or anything. This is not about ritual or honoring gods or any deity or other spirits, it's all about pretty much the practical and magical uses. So we have three parts. The which is wisdom, rituals, and formula. So there's like some history and folklore about magical herbs and spices, aromatherapy, crystal power. Then part two is spirit, spells, and spirituality. Spell casting for mind, body, and spirit. Healing, candles, candle magic, rituals, and spells. Spiritual alchemy, holistic enlightenment. And then part three, craft your own personal magic. Do-it-yourself brews and potions and kitchen witchy wear. And then in the end, there's a round table of folk remedies. It's so thorough. It's probably better as a reference book than anything else. This is, I read it cover to cover like it was a regular book, but I'm a weirdo, so you don't have to. But I will say, I'm in this book. I've got two parts here, and one is a spell prayer type thing for when I'm doing my hair, and that's on page 127. And then I've got a kind of remedy, a folk remedy for allergies and sinuses, like a really simple one. So yeah, I am happy to contribute. I'm not being paid to do this. I don't get any money for this. And I've had the book for a while, but again, I hadn't gotten a chance to really thoroughly go through it. So Chadi and Sean have no clue that this is happening in this video now. So this is all on me. I really enjoy the book, and I like how it gives like magical and spiritual remedies, but also like healing and practical ones as well. So do check out The Good Witch's Guide. Now, what else? Okay, music. Lord. I'm going to save music for last, actually. Let me do these two things. Okay, so essential oils. I love essential oils. I like Oracacia, the brand, just because if it would focus, that would be awesome. They're relatively cheap here in the city, and relatively easy to make sure that the batches are decent ones. This is not the only brand that I use, but especially not for my products, but this is my go-to for like personal use most of the time. And this, what I just showed you, I'll show again, is Helichrysum. If I can, yeah. So Helichrysum, and I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. It says it is an origin from France. They use leaf stems and flowers for the scent. Aroma is herbaceous, honey-like, and it's a top note. This particular one I got is mixed with jojoba oil, and it's ready to use right out of the bottle. Most essential oils are not mixed with a base oil already when you buy them, so you have to be careful and pre-mix them with something. My preference is jojoba oil, so that works out. I have been in one of my day jobs doing a lot of walking around. This oil has been a lifesaver. Like hours and hours of walking around. So I come home and my legs and particularly my feet are like just aching to the point where like the whole next day I'm exhausted. And I remember I had this oil. I bought this a couple months ago out of curiosity, and that's how I learned about new herbs or oils and resins and flowers. I'll buy it, give it a shot, and while doing research and taking notes. And I remembered in some of the research it was good for like muscle pain relief or reducing aching muscles, the achiness in muscles. And so I was like, let me give it a shot. I put some in a bath because, I'm like the bath witch here. And it was just great. And I was like, you know what, maybe, it's already pre-mixed. The next time, let me just rub my feet with it, like, instantaneously. And it smells so good. But instantaneously, like, some stress relief, some tightness and pain relief. And so this, or Cassia likes to put little one word sayings about what the oils are good for on their packaging, and this says restoring, and I completely agree. So get you some helichrysum. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Get you some helichrysum oil and try that out. Now, a resin I've been using a lot this month. I forget about this, and then, Aries season comes around and I'm like making new baths and oils and stuff to have to do with this time of year, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Dragon's blood resin. This stuff, let me pull it out of the bottle. These are my own labels used with washi tape and some like throwaway brown wrapping paper. Dragon's blood resin is from a tree, and it's a resin, so it's kind of like amber and tree. It's tree sap basically. It's a particular tree. It's called dragon's blood resin because the people at that time, when they first saw, the tree was cut for whatever reasons, and the resin, the sap dripped out. It came out looking reddish like blood, and so there we go. Why dragons? I don't remember off the top of my head. But this stuff is great. I have also the oil. It smells great too. But it's powerful. It's reddish. It's great if you want to make your own magical ink to write in like your journal or book of shadows or grimoire with. Just it has that obviously fiery and Mars energy, which is great for Aries. I use it in the Aries bath that I make. But like if you want to get going on something, if you need that, I am a powerful dragon that gets it done. That dragon's blood resin is the perfect ingredient for your magical work. So that I've been using it a lot, and even outside of making stuff for clients. So get you some dragon's blood resin, okay? Now back to music. Music is, I'm probably gonna wind up doing a whole video about music and how much it is an influence in my life. But at this point in time in my life, I pretty much 85% of the time just listen to K-pop, which is Korean pop. And right now, there's like 5 songs, and I just, other than, what's the newest, what's the latest song, there's also like songs that I think fit that time of year. And so, happily, these couple of songs I'm going to mention kind of really fit March in this time of year. So first is Spring Day by BTS, or Bangtan Sonyeondan. And just look up BTS. I assure you, I don't care where you are in the world, it will be very easy for you to figure out Spring Day by BTS. For you to find that will be no problem. They're like the biggest boy band in the world right now. It's the video, the music video, and the song, it's about missing someone or something, but just like the imagery, the way it sounds, it's that transition from winter into spring, which is what March and kind of April is all about. The music video, like there's snow on the ground for most of it, and then towards the end you start to see it melt. The sun is coming closer, warmth is coming back, you're slowly getting over what you're missing. Probably that seasonal disorder that you're probably going through thanks to the winter blues. And it's just it's a sweet, touching song that I'm recommending. It came out last year, but I just found myself like singing along to it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below if you checked it out and what you thought. Next, another this is supposed to be a spring song. It's called Starry Night by Mamamoo. It recently came out. Mamamoo, here they are. I think I recommended them in my January video. Their voices are amazing. This song and video is a little bit different style than what they've done before, but it's still great. It's just, the music video, they're in New Zealand, I think, and I think it was JRE from JRE KML who said every shot is like a screensaver. So just four beautiful women singing longingly, just amazingly, in an amazing background. And the song is just, it's not, there's not too much belting or anything like that. It's just really nice. It feels like a flower. The album is called Yellow Flower. It's supposed to be a spring album, so do check out this song, Starry Night by Mamamoo. The next three, totally different. Alright, so these two kind of, to me, embody the kind of Aries energy, like I'm the shit, but also like that self energy of the first house, like thinking about you. But also I've been in a very fiery mood, especially when it comes to my business. So like go get things done. Yeah. So the first song is called Boss by NCTU. Those are letters. NCTU, Boss. And I mean, the chorus is, I'm a boss. And I run my own business, so I am a boss. I'm a woman boss. I am the boss. I take care of things. I get things done. And it's just been like, that's been like the soundtrack in the back of my mind. And it came out in March. So I'm just like, this is perfect. The next song is a related group called NCT Dream. They're like the younger brothers of NCTU. Anyway, the song is called Go Go. And it's kind of a rebellious song, but it's more like, it's very hard hitting, and it's very like, go, get things done. And like, that's also how I've been feeling with this Mercury retrograde and Aries, and just the Saturn and Capricorn, and I just been feeling like I gotta get things done. So that's what I've been. And then last but not least, J-Hope, Daydream. J-Hope is a member of BTS. This is the first group I mentioned. And he came out with his mixtape in March. And at first I wasn't feeling most of the album, but this song, the first one, I definitely was. Daydream is basically like about a daydream or daydreams. And it's very kind of like house and also funky, and I love that because it pulls in, the stuff I grew up listening to, and I still listen to, because my parents still listen to it, and like, and when they pass, when I get all those records, it's a wrap. But that's not happening anytime soon. I'm just joking. that. But yeah, Daydream by J-Hope is definitely my favorite track off the album, and I hope you guys check it out. It's not chill hop, but like I said, very funky, like 70s funky in the video, that some of the imagery in the video, but also like it kind of reminds me of house. Like you want to dance, but it's not like you doing a whole routine and whatnot. You just like feeling the music. So feel it with me. Check out J-Hope's Daydream. Any of these songs, like let me know what you think about them in the comments down below. So yeah, that is all of my March favorites. So that's all I have to recommend. Thank you for watching. You can find links in a link to the blog post with links to all of their sites and things, because it's too much to put in the description down below. In the description down below. So find my blog post linked below. And yeah, if you want to follow me and see, because I seem to recommend Instagrammers to follow a lot. You can follow me on Instagram. My link is in the description down below. And my shop, this link is down below as well. This is Lachette from Scarlet Moon Creations. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!